You'd think they were filming another movie of Mission Impossible. The Louvre. The heist that has blown up the internet. Like I said, another Mission Impossible. You'd think it would have been Tom Cruise getting into the Louvre. I mean, the impregnable Louvre, the once palace turned into a museum, has been broken into. The soul of France has been crushed. The pieces of just history. I think it was a crown from the wife of Napoleon III was taken. A heist that is just unimaginable to me. Somebody who's been here and thought there's no way anybody would ever attempt something like this. From the glass, the cameras, the security guards, the whole shebang. Yet it was done with merely, I don't know, 3 or 4 people. First, let's get the funny stuff out of the way. I don't know if it's true or not, but if the password to the Louvre really was Louvre, honestly, after this, I wouldn't be surprised if the password was Louvre 1 or 123 Louvre. Now, there's been some good videos out. That's kind of why I've been waiting. I wanted to see the videos. So if y'all don't know, here's what happened. It was around 9:30 a.m. on a Sunday. Sundays are pretty chill, lower foot traffic, not quite as busy. And a construction truck, I don't know what you call this truck. In America, I would call it like a boom truck. But like this truck goes into this construction area zone and it lifts these workers up, or workers, men with work attire, up onto a balcony, and quickly with a blowtorch and a saw, they break in. There's so much to unravel from this. And I'm trying to decide what's the best way and route to go. But then within 4 to 7 minutes, they get to the cases and they're starting to break in cases. There's video of tourists.
And in under 4 to 7 minutes, the reinforced glass turned to dust under them. This is a real video shot by a tourist of one of the thieves while trying to get through to one of the jewels.
A tourist is sitting there filming the heist. I like to think I would have stood up and I would have said something like, maybe this isn't right. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I wouldn't have. So as they broke in, alarms finally go off. They apparently had like a whole evacuation protocol go. Doors were locking. Evacuation happened. People, you can watch interviews of people being like, we were going to see the Mona Lisa. The evacuation happened. We had to get out of there. But not only do they have this video of them breaking into these reinforced glass cases, there's another video.
Putain, ça y est. La police.
Yes, chat. They have, again, a security guard. I can't remember. Somebody filming them leaving, coming back down. I'm going to call it a crane machine. They got on their motorbikes and they took off. This is funny because I think the jewelry that they all stole is around like $800 million. But it's just the details. Like that crane machine apparently was rented 9 days ago to have the crane machine delivered. That was under a fake name. So they call it over under a fake name. It gets to a location. People en masse come up, steal the crane machine, take it away, repaint it, and put on a license plate or a fake license plate. They had the bikes ready to go for them as soon as they come down. 3 or 4 people. It's just, I can't wait for more details on this because this is so interesting. The main thing is what's going to happen? What's the motive? What can you do? You can't sell this as it's not like you can take the crown and be like, hey, yeah, I got the wife of Napoleon III's crown and I would like it for $450 million, please. Yeah, well, I got Jimmy on the other line. He wants it for like $445. Can you beat him? It's not how it's going to work. So really the only thing they can do is they can break it down and sell it for its value in the jewelry and the gold. I mean, probably a lot of gold, I'm guessing, what they stole. And gold's, still pretty darn high. You can do that. Another thing you could do is wait for, I don't know, something to come out. They say, hey, you know what? Look, $800 million worth of jewelry here. It's the history of France. We'll give you $1 to $5 million. No problem. Nothing will happen. Just put it here. Let us have it back. We'll give you $1 to $5 million. No big deal. Just leave it intact. Don't break it apart. Now, what's going to happen? Who knows? Cannot wait for more information to come out on this. They have apparently arrested some people. I think they said they've arrested an Algerian man. There's a few more which they said they've arrested. 2 suspects, man and woman, were arrested October 29th, 10 days later. 10 days. They caught a man right here who was leaving for Algeria. Got him at the airport. Got another man who was apparently, I think he was like a social media star. I'm mainly interested in is what's going to happen. Like, do they ship the jewels to Africa? Do they give them to somebody to buy there and then they're lost forever? Do they break them down? The thing that kind of blew my mind the most, though, is you think this has been something, wow, how did that happen? I thought the Louvre was impregnable. This is the 3rd robbery that has happened since September in Paris. Other museums have been attacked. So it leads me to the great question. What is going on in Paris? A lot of people, they blamed it on the cuts in funding. There's not as much security. No matter what, to have the cojones, the balls, with 3 or 4 people just going into the Louvre, grabbing the jewelry, and getting out, all within like 10 minutes. I'm personally somebody that would have never even thought about it, but for 3 people to get together, probably been sober, and be like, we got this. Crazy. I mean, I don't think the Louvre had been broken into since 1911. I think that's right. Since 1911. When was the last time? Oh, 1998. Wow. Apparently this is just common. Things you grew up thinking. See, it's why you can't follow the system, man. Can't follow the system. You never know, chat. Anyways, what are your thoughts on it, chat? Conspiracy? Let me know. Is it conspiracy? Did it really happen? Was it a plot for something else? What happened, chat? No, we got you so far. I'm surprised you even texted that much. I'm surprised you're commenting on social media, on live stream, that you got to keep your mouth shut. Careful. How crazy of like a promotion would that be? Like Tom Cruise bust out, like a month later, gets caught. It was Tom Cruise the whole time or something. It was just Mission Impossible. Let's try to get inside the Tower of London. If it's just jewels, remake it. Especially you can remake them in a lab nowadays with some fine art that's not replaced. I'll be hella off my rocker, So you're saying like Mona Lisa, off the rocker. Jewels though, no big deal. I think a lot of the value comes from like whose jewels they were too, though. And it's like anything, which they may destroy it, but it's kind of almost like this. It's the pattern that they're made too, like cardboard's cardboard, but in the shape of a fucking Pokemon card, it could be worth more. Who knows? I mean, it definitely showed it was a few people. I think 3 or 4 just broke in, but they've arrested other people who they feel like was a part of it. There is one interesting thing is they did drop a piece as they were off on their scooters. They dropped like, I think a crown or something from the like 19th century, I do believe. I may have that completely wrong, but I do know they dropped something as they were trying to get away. Now, if y'all are talking about the meme that went around of the robbers, no, that was fake. Damn, you go all that trouble and you just throw it in the ocean. Haven't seen Chris. I think he's been sick. That's probably why. We're going to keep talking about interesting topics every day. We hadn't really talked about it. I hadn't really dived that much into the Louvre thing, but again, guys, I mean, who in here would even think to like, yeah, let's give it a try? Who in here is like, yeah, I would have given it a try? Because I would have never got to the point where I'm like, oh yeah, let me give this a shot. I'm at this point in my life where I'm like, yeah, I want to fucking try and rob some national treasure. I'm just saying, chat. I'm just saying. Thanks for a little rant. I'm gonna have a little rant every day. Today was about the Louvre. I got some good stuff that's going on. I got some good stuff. So I appreciate y'all. Hopped on for a little bit. Be back tomorrow. We'll catch you later. Peace, chat.